in the ancient village of Amako, a village that stood proudly on top of a great hill, where the wind sang through the trees and the elders said the spirits of the ancestors still walked at night, there lived a man called Ozo and his only son, Emezulu. Ozo was not just a farmer. He was a man who carried the weight of the earth on his shoulders. From sunrise to sunset, and even when the moon had taken over the sky, Ozo still worked on his land. He had lost his wife during a fierce war between Amako and the neighboring community, and from that day, he swore that his son would never know hunger. His farms stretched far and wide, yam barns, cassava plantations, and fertile lands that his fathers had left behind for him. But his son, Emezulu, was the complete opposite. While his father worked until his hands trembled with exhaustion, Emezulu spent his days sleeping, eating, and chasing birds with his catapult. The villagers shook their heads whenever they saw him. "Son," Ozo would say with a tired voice, "come and follow me to the farm. Learn the boundaries of our land. One day, when I am no longer here, you must be able to stand and say, 'This land belongs to my father.'" Emezulu would laugh carelessly and say, "Father, stop disturbing me. I still want to enjoy my life." Then one fateful day, the sun rose like every other day, but it would not set the same. After a long, exhausting day on the farm, Ozo began his journey back home. The sun was merciless. The heat burned the ground beneath his feet. Suddenly his chest tightened. His breath grew heavy. Before anyone could reach him, Ozo fell to the ground and never stood up again. When the news reached Emezulu, it was as if the world had suddenly gone silent. The boy who never cared suddenly stood frozen, unable to understand what had just happened. The elders and his uncles helped to bring the body home. After 2 market days, they called Emezulu and said, "If you truly are the son of Ozo, then show us your father's land. If you cannot prove it, the land will not remain yours." That was the moment the truth struck him like thunder. Everything his father had been telling him was real. On the day they followed him to the farmland, Emezulu pointed here and there, confused and speechless. His uncles looked at one another and said, "Next time we come, if you cannot show us the land properly, we will take everything." That night, Emezulu cried until sleep finally took him. And then something happened. In his dream, his father appeared, not angry, not disappointed, just calm. Ozo began to sing a deep, ancient song, and inside the song were the secrets of the land. The tall iroko tree at the border, the stream that curved like a snake, the old palm tree that stood beside the yam field, and every sign that marked the land of his ancestors. Emezulu woke up before sunrise, his heart beating like a talking drum. He ran to his uncles and said, "Come with me. I can show you my father's land." They followed him, thinking he was lying again. But when they reached the farmland, Emezulu walked with confidence. He pointed to every tree, every boundary, every mark his father had shown him in the dream. The uncles stood in silence. They knew the boy was telling the truth. From that day, Emezulu changed. The lazy boy disappeared, and in his place rose a young man who worked harder than anyone in Amako. The same land he once ignored became the land that gave him honor. And the elders would always say, "A child who refuses to learn while his father is alive will learn the hard way when the father is gone."